Happy Vlogmas Day 5. We think we have a critter that's really interested in Nash's poops. We always keep it in a like tiny little trash can outside because we don't want it stinking up the house. And there's one under this piece of furniture. There's one in this flower bed. Yuck. There's one in Brian's hands right now. He's the culprit. Welcome back from your walk-ins, Bubba. How was it? Pretty good? Good to know. I've spent this morning making a grocery list because we're actually headed out of town this Thursday and Friday, and Brian is the primary grocery person, and so I typically like to make him a list. I'll print this out, and it's all organized by like type. Now I realize jars, bags, boxes, and cans is a little bit vague, but it seems to work for him. So this is how we do it, and I always include the meals or whatever we're making that week on the bottom so that we don't forget what the ingredients are related to, because we've definitely done that before. All right, grocery list is made. Vlogmas is uploaded. I need to still do a little bit more laundry. I feel like that always takes me like 3 days to fully complete. But now I'm about to get ready because, whoops, I need to go to Target for several reasons. I've got to return the other blanket that we ended up not keeping. I also want to pick up Nash a birthday present. If you don't remember, his birthday always falls during Vlogmas because it's on December the 8th. And he honestly has plenty of toys. I'm probably just going to pick him up like one something. I don't know what that is yet. We also need to get a little trash can with the top on it now that we realize a critter is living in our backyard and thinks Nash's poop is delicious, which is disgusting. And then a couple of little baggies. So I'm gonna make this snack mix and some cookies for the neighbors and hand deliver their Christmas cards. We didn't do that last year, and we ended up getting like a lot of cute stuff from our neighbors and felt awful. So I'm on top of it this year. And then one of our very best friends had a baby recently, so we're gonna go over and hold him and snuggle him for a little bit. Just try to have a relaxing day. This little donut hero just got us donuts. And I always get a dozen donut holes and a blueberry cake. And then Brian, it looks like, got an apple fritter, something stuffed with raspberry jelly. Oh gosh. And the most controversial donut in our house, a Long John. I think the name is so gross, but Brian loves them. You're just pulling your eyeball out.
Yeah, I should be pulling my ears out because I'm tired of hearing about the controversy of one of my favorite donuts.
I just finished getting ready for the day, and I was about to put perfume on. And then I was like, I should probably mention these. So y'all know I'm a big fan of Maggie'sTwoCents. They're hypoallergenic, cruelty-free, all the good stuff. It's pretty much the only perfumes I use, with the exception of one, because I really love the Glossier You perfume. But I've completely converted over to these for a myriad of reasons. One, I just really like the company. I worked with them for a really long time, and basically I didn't need the scent club anymore. I felt like I was getting just way too many perfumes, and so kind of had to scale back there, but that's just in my quest for less. It has nothing to do with the company itself. But recently I was on Octoly just like browsing to see what products were available, and they had the new formulated Skylar scent. So I had to get it, and they send it to you for review purposes, but y'all already know my thoughts. I've reviewed this like a bajillion times. I just wanted to show you the new packaging. It's all 100% recyclable and stuff, and it's real pretty. As a reminder, this was the old packaging. Still pretty in my opinion. The label started out so plain. This was the very first scent I ever ordered. And then they started getting a little crazier with these designs on the labels, and now things look like this. These didn't stay on your skin as long. I've commented on that a bajillion times in my videos. So they've actually reformulated it, and these are all perfume. So no longer the toilettes. They're supposed to stay on your skin a lot longer. And this is what Isle looks like now. It's also been renamed to Isle Escape. So all of their scents have like 2 names. It's so pretty. It has this little like marbled top. And I will say these do last so much longer on your skin. Kudos to them for the reformulation. But this one came in the scent club after I stopped getting it. And so when this came in the mail, I was like, never heard of this one. And I can't stop using it. You can see like I've already made a dent in it compared to this one, since I already have like a little bit of this regular Isle left. Let's say you're like, I have no idea what Pink Canyon smells like or Isle Escape. It's always hard to listen to YouTube people talk about perfumes. Well, I would recommend getting this perfume discovery set. So right now they're featuring Salt Air, Isle Escape, Capri Summer, Pink Canyon, and Vanilla Sky. Love all 4 of these. I own all 4 of these. In fact, I wore this one on my wedding day, this bergamot, neroli, and blood orange. So summery. We got married in the dead middle of summer, so that makes sense. And also, I let Brian smell all my perfumes, and let him pick which one I wanted to wear, and that's what he chose. I did want to point out that they sent this little flyer. They have more perfumes in their overall collection. This is just like a curated little collection, I'm guessing, of their best sellers. If you've been curious about these, or maybe you have allergies to perfumes, I really can't recommend them enough. I have an entire playlist of just Skylar scents. They have a lot of different options for gifting. So if there's a girl in your life that you really want to buy for and you're unsure about what she would like, that's why I think this is such a safe bet. And this is $15 on its own, or you can buy, I think it's $85 and you get the sample palette, and then your recipient gets to redeem it for a full-size scent. So pretty cool. I'm on my way to Target to go pick up that list of things that I was kind of telling you about earlier this morning. And I love knocking out all of the errands that you have to run on Sunday, like as soon as possible, so that you have the rest of the day to just kind of relax before your Monday kicks off. Brian and I were just talking about that as we were eating our breakfast. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm excited to show you around Target because I haven't been there in forever. So it'll be fun to just look at all the Christmassy things that they have. Made it back from Target, and I wanted to show you what I came home with. I opted for these little bags to give our little Chex Mix and cookies to our neighbors in because I thought they were cute. The handles kind of alternate colors with the actual foil pattern on the bag, which I thought was nice. And each of these sets of 4 only costs, I think, $3. So I thought that was an okay deal. This is what I got for Nash's birthday. He's in here kind of snooping around, so I have to be sure not to hold them up. But I got him these little things, so I thought it would be nice for him to have kind of some fancy wet food. And then I also got him this bag of TREATS. He loves peanut butter. I thought that this would be a good option. On the back, it looked like they had pretty clean ingredients, so I'm excited for him to try those Santa s'mores. And then he has been in a really big kick with this squeaky tennis ball, and I thought that these were cute. These bottom ones look like little pieces of candy, and this one's just a, I don't know, swirled one. I feel like, poor guy, since his birthday is so close to Christmas, all of his toys are always Christmas related, but that's all right. And then I got these little spritz bags that I'm going to put the actual Chex Mix in and then tuck it inside of these bags with tissue paper. And then we're also going to hand deliver our Christmas cards along with it. So everybody gets a little bit of everything. Also, Brian's favorite deodorant. He was out, so I got some of that. And I got a little present for Brian that I can't show you because he is this channel's #1 fan and watches all the videos, so I don't want to ruin his Christmas surprise for him. This is our old trash can. I guess we're going to wash that out and maybe save it for something else, but we got this trash can. It was only $10, and it has a little step, so we're hoping that whatever got into the I don't know what I'm trying to say, trash can last time, will not be able to figure that out, or at least not smell it as easily. Good boy. That's a good boy. I almost forgot to mention this. I also got this. I don't know, for whatever reason, I couldn't pass this up, and this is just a little blueprint of Santa's sleigh. I thought it looked nice. It already kind of matched our decor. I just have to figure out where to put it up because typically, like, things on our wall are stationary all year round. So we've got to figure out a place that this can go, I don't know, at Christmas time. I'm in the process of editing the empties video that I filmed the other day, and I just thought this would be a good time to sit down and kind of explain to you what's going to go on in Vlogmas. So we are headed to DC to visit some friends that used to live here and had to move for work, and we're doing that the 9th through the 12th. Out of respect for them, and just like we really want to soak up quality time since we don't get to see them much anymore, I'm probably not going to vlog like the whole 4 days that we're there. I'll definitely capture some footage of fun things that we do, and we'll definitely recap all of that for you. But to that end, I'm not going to have enough time to like sit down and edit every night when I'm there. And we just really wanted to soak up that time with them. So, moral of the story, those 2 Vlogmas days are probably not going to exist. I'll probably just pick up and start recapping that trip on the 13th and the 14th and kind of sprinkle that throughout. But I'm in the process right now of editing the empties video, which I just talked to you about. And so I'm going to set that video, potentially another one, to release around that time. So you won't be without content, but that's just what we've decided to do. It was like kind of stressing me out a little bit to think about editing and vlogging and like taking away time with our friends. And it just wasn't worth it. So that is what is on the docket. Right now I am heating up some lunch. We're just having little microwave lunches because I'm gonna cook tonight. So I have opted for the Amy's cheese enchilada. Once I eat, I'm gonna continue editing for a little while, and we would really love to go over to our friend's house and see their baby and hang out with them for a little while. And then tonight I wanna sit down and watch like a straight up Christmas movie. Like I really wanna watch Home Alone. So I'm hoping Brian is into that idea too. That's the latest. So Brian just walked in here and I told him I had an Amy's meal and I added half of an avocado and some lime on top and it was really good. And he's like, yeah, I think I might get a little bit crazy. Add some hot sauce and like crumbled up chips. And I was like, you mean salsa, don't you? For whatever reason, and this is not just a Brian thing, this is like a Texas thing. They call salsa, you know, like this is our favorite salsa, by the way. Like salsa, tomato salsa, hot sauce. But hot sauce to me is like Cholula or like Crystal or Tabasco. Brian is like holding it all in right now. Do you have an explanation for what the difference is? He's refusing to speak. Because I was like, we've got to take this to the vlog. We got to see what the people think.
It's not a hill I'm willing to die on. I just made a mistake.
No, it's like what people grew up saying. Pace picante is like hot sauce to some people. And I think that's weird. But I grew up in Mississippi, not in Texas, so I don't know. Weigh in.
It's much worse that I grew up calling an access road an axis road.
We took one of those dialect quizzes it was kind of a long time ago. I say not too long ago, like probably 4 or 5 years ago. And where we grew up, like the road that runs alongside the interstate is a frontage road. And Brian had never heard of that. He had heard of access road, but he never knew it was access and pronounced it axis, like A-X-I-S. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Day 6 editing Maggie is checking in to let you know that I didn't even do an intro to this next part, but what I'm doing is actually making the Chex Mix that we're going to deliver to all of the neighbors. And this comes from Half Baked Harvest. It's her everything cheddar ranch Chex Mix. I've made it now 3 or 4 different times and it's always a hit. So if you're looking for something to distribute to your neighbors or maybe even bring to a family gathering or something, this is a really good one. I'll have it linked in the description box down below. We're off to deliver the presents to the neighbors. We had a good time spending time with Emmett and Kessler and their new baby. And I just didn't even think to vlog because we were like catching up with them and walking and just snuggling with him, watching some football. Now we're at home. I'm cooking dinner. And the plan is for us to eat dinner and watch Home Alone and just have a easy Christmassy night. So that's what's on the docket next. Day 5. Like that little reindeer. Oh, luckily it's another... Nope, just kidding. This one is called Shadow Dance. It's a Chenin Blanc from South Africa. I've never heard of that. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. From the Western Cape. It's a signature grape variety from South Africa, and ours is very typical of the region style. Green apple, verbena, and honeysuckle. Ooh, yeah, I'll probably really like that. That sounds really fruity and up my alley. Okay, well, we watched Home Alone, got super tired, and then I just started getting ready for bed, and I was like, well, I guess we will see you for Vlogmas Day 6. I have already taken Nash for a walk, and I just decided that I wanted to knock out my Peloton ride early because I have a 5:30 p.m. call tonight, which is a lot later than usual. Usually I don't have calls that late. And so if I have that call, I know I'm not likely to exercise afterwards because then I'll need to cook dinner and then it'll push everything back. This is fine. I have plenty of time to do it. And I think I'm going to seek out another fun Christmas ride because I'm just trying to, I don't know, soak up time with the Christmas spirit. I'm officially done with my ride, got showered, got ready, and now I honestly think today is gonna be rather boring because I have a ton of calls today, many of which are like an hour and a half long because these are like recapping the last season, talking about what we can do better moving forward kind of calls. If I'm not extremely active during the workday today, I guess we'll pick up with tonight. And one more thing, I've gotten a couple of comments this Vlogmas asking like what I do. And in last year's Vlogmas, I went into great detail about what my job is, how I got there. And so I'll be sure to link that in the little card that flies up at the top and in the description box down below, just because I've already explained it and I probably did it better back then. Remember last night when I put that bottle of wine in the freezer to get cold? Just FYI, this is exactly what happens to a bottle of wine when you leave it in the freezer overnight. It completely froze, and I woke up this morning kind of worried about it, and Brian was like, I don't know, like other alcohol doesn't freeze, but it uncorked itself, and it didn't explode all over the freezer, which is really nice, but now it is just, as Brian described, an adult slushie. So I'm thinking I might just put it in the refrigerator and let it thaw out and hopefully let this liquid go down, and then we can stop it with something. And who knows what it'll taste like, but that is too funny. Eating a bit of a later lunch because I had a call just go until 1 o'clock. And so we're eating leftovers from last night. We made one of our favorite dishes that I'm pretty sure I made in Vlogmas last year, or maybe it was just like an everyday vlog. I'll definitely figure out which one it is and link it below in case you're curious about the recipe. But it was actually from our friends Ashley and Jordan, who you met. And it's one of their favorite dishes and it's so good. We used to make it like weekly, but it has chickpeas and orecchiette pasta, which is kind of fun because they like hold the chickpeas in them, garlic and rosemary, and it's so simple. It's really easy. You probably have most of the ingredients on hand because you can really use whatever pasta. We've used it all. And it's kind of like our standby meal if we're not sure what to make. And so this week we were really focused on just getting out of town, making what was easy, trying to use things up in our fridge and our freezer and stuff. So I'm gonna heat this up, head back to my desk. Then I have another one of those hour-and-a-half calls we chatted about. Some of you may know that we went to Maui for our belated honeymoon this year. We just got this Maui ornament in the mail that I thought was really cool. We wanted something to commemorate that trip, of course, because that was like our big exciting thing for this year. And it came from this little Etsy shop called Vintage Moon Etsy Tropical Art, and they have all of the different islands of Hawaii, and it's kind of this resin coating that's supposed to look like the surf on a beach, which I thought was pretty neat, and it's obviously in the shape of Maui. The back of it, I guess, is some type of wood, but a portion of the proceeds from this specific Etsy shop actually goes to help homeless children in Hawaii. If you were looking for a gift for somebody that was maybe in our shoes, this one's kind of special. It was like $20 or $25 if I remember right, so I'm going to hang it on the tree. Finally finished my meetings. I'm so excited. I am just so ready to sit down and like watch a Christmas movie while I cook. That is my favorite thing, honestly. Brian's always like, can I help you cook? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Because this is the one alone time and like thing that I do for me. And I like to cook and it's no big thing. But tonight we're having King Ranch casseroles. This comes from the Defined Dish cookbook. And I make a ton of alterations for this. I'm probably not gonna show you, making the whole thing because I've already started transparently, but she makes these in little mini styles. And if you've never had a King Ranch casserole, it's basically layers of corn tortilla, this really delicious kind of like tomato-y, spicy, buttery kind of mixture that's thickened with arrowroot powder. It's so good. Her recipe calls for chicken, but since we've been eating a lot more vegetarian lately, we just made a really easy switch and started incorporating like zucchini, red bell pepper, which the recipe already calls for. We just use the whole thing instead of half, squash, and then a jalapeno. You cook it up, you add a bunch of like cheddar cheese into it, and it turns out to be a casserole. It's very similar, honestly, to one of my favorite dishes at one of our favorite Mexican restaurants that's called Budin Azteca, which I call like Mexican lasagna. It's pretty much that. So layers of corn tortillas, cheese with vegetables, a delicious sauce. It's just a really great standby meal, and we usually don't have a ton of leftovers, and that was the goal this week since we are going out of town. Nash is here. He always helps me cook because he's a very good help. Day 6. Oh, I actually like this reindeer more than that other one. I've decided. Ooh, Mendoza Nights. It's a Malbec from Argentina. Nash, what do you think about that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm also going to use our little fancy aerator. Dang, that's not even half. Oh boy. It's not bad. It's kind of, I don't want to say sweet, but also I think it is a little sweet. Maybe it needs to breathe for a little bit. I think breathing was the key. It turned out to be fine. It's definitely not my favorite. Again, I am like a cab lover through and through. I like wine to make me go like be really dry, I guess. But anyway, I am just about finished editing this vlog, so I'm gonna get that uploaded so that I can go crawl in bed and watch a Christmas movie and snuggle with Nash. Poor guy has been such a good thing, and look at him asleep back there. So we'll see you tomorrow for day 7.